Hi guys, it's Sherry. So today we're going to be making a necklace and a pair of earrings, and I'm super excited to show you this. So I have my clay, I have it rolled out to my thickest setting on my pasta machine. And the first thing that we are going to do is we need our swirl or our spiral stamp. And this is from Create Along. I'll put a link in there. And this is super cool how this works. So it really comes out neat. So I just have a ink pad here, and it has multicolors, and I am just going to press this on to get my colors on here. And I'm pressing pretty good because I want my ink to really pop on this. And I'm going to go up a little bit, make sure I actually get the whole stamp if I can. And then I'm going to carefully just set this right onto my clay. And then I'm not rubbing, I'm just going to press down because I do not want my swirls to like smear. So just press down and then lift up. Oh, I got a little bit that I missed. Actually, you know what? That's okay. We're going to leave that. So I missed a little bit there, but that's all right. Then I am going to take black ink. Actually, you know what? Let's do green. I think green will look really nice. So I'm going to take my green. Let me put these off to the side. And then I have just circle cutters. And I'm going to take this and just kind of put those right in there. And just slightly, here, actually, you know what? Then I'm going to take the top part of my cutter and put it in the ink and just go right down and start making little circles. We're going to do different sizes. And I'm going to add a brighter color just to kind of make it pop a little bit. And this time, we're going to use our triangles. And we will let that completely dry. So if you took notice, my white clay is more like a tan. So what I ended up doing was I took my white clay and I just stamped on some, or like this. What I did was I took my white clay, about half of this sheet, and I stamped on some of this ink. Then I ran it through my roller and added the other half of my white to it. And it got this really cool, like, I don't know, like a real pale tan. And I really like it a lot. So while that's drying, what I want you to do is I want you to get your wire. And I have this thickness, I'm not sure, it was this 1 millimeter. So we got 1 millimeter, and I'm going with a rose gold because I thought it would look really good with this color clay. And what I did was I took my pliers here, the ones that are around it, and I made a loop. So you're going to take your you're going to take your wire and you're going to bend it over initially, and then you're going to come around to make your loop. So you'll end up with something like that. And then I just took it and I wrapped it around, and I need another pair of pliers. The 1 millimeter is kind of hard. And then I just took it and I wrapped it like that, and I'll squeeze it up. Where's my other pliers? Your second pair of pliers, and just kind of go around just like that. And then you're going to cut off that little excess. And then you're going to squeeze that little part there just because you don't want it to be sharp. And just pull it together. Just pull it right up like that. And then you will have your piece. So that'll give you a little top. And you could keep wrapping it if you want it to be like more, you know, swirls around the bottom. Then you're going to get your oval cutters. These are also from Create Along, which I absolutely love. They leave a nice clean cut. Hardly any sanding needed to be done every time I use these, if any, to be honest. And these come in a set of 5. And they kind of taper down in size. So what I did is I took my biggest one, and then my third biggest one, and then my smallest. And I'm going to use those 3 for my necklace. And then I'm going to use, this would be the one larger than my smallest for my earrings. And it's still a little wet. So I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to let this all dry, and then we'll come back. Okay, guys, so now we're ready to cut out our pieces. And the first thing I'm going to do is I am just going to find a spot that I really like. And I want to make sure, make sure that you're facing it the proper way when you're looking at it. So I'm going to go with that one there. I really like this orange. The spirals on that stamp are so beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to lift everything up. Look how lovely. That just cuts so beautiful. Now I'm going to take this clay and I'm just going to run it through the machine real quick. And I'm going to just let it blend together nicely so we can put our piece together here. Look how beautiful that color is. Just so pretty. Okay, so I know for my necklace, I am going to need, oops. All right, I am going to put these in the oven for about 5 minutes because I just want the top to be completely dry. So I'm going to stick those in the oven real fast, and then we will start getting the backs ready real quick. Okay, so for the backs, I just want to keep this real simple. And this part is a little more streaky, so I'm not going to use that for the very back. I want more of a plainer look. So I want to cut those out. And we'll do the earrings as well. And basically what we are going to do is we are going to take our pieces, so get the big one, and we're just going to line them up exactly how we want them. Actually, you know what? Here, let me put it on my tile so I don't have to lift them up a bunch of times. So we want to lay them down exactly how we want our necklace to lay. And I am actually going to make sure I have everything nice and even. Okay, I'm happy with that. So now I'm going to take my wire and I'm going to kind of measure out exactly how much I need. And I know I need there. I want to take this and I want to bend it over just a tad bit. Let's get that flat. With that facing the top, the front. The reason I'm putting this little like bend in it is this way I know there's no way that this could come out. And I'm just going to measure that right up to the top, right in the middle. And then I want to push that piece down. Get that right into my clay. Okay, so while we're waiting for a couple more minutes for our pieces to get out of the oven and cool off, I want you to get your oven baked clay adhesive and get a couple eyelets for your earrings. I am going to just place these right in place. Okay, when everything's cooled off, we'll come back and we'll assemble the rest. Okay guys, so my pieces are completely cooled off and I'm super excited because I think this is going to look fantastic. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do is put on our clay adhesive. And I'm going to start with my big one first. I'm just going to make sure I get it coated really well. I'm going to put a little bit at the top as well. I'm actually going to start with these two first. So I'm going to take my clay at the bottom and I'm just going to carefully start pulling it up a bit. Oops. Okay, so we'll just do it this way because it's going to be too much weight. I just want to kind of pull it up. And then I'm just going to smooth it out. Put the bottom on again. And just keep pulling your piece up. And I get my blending tool, and then I'm just going to carefully smooth it out. We're going to end up sanding the sides, so it doesn't have to be perfect right away. And now I will get my last piece on there. All I'm doing is kind of pressing these pieces together so that they're more secure. So I'm just going to blend, make sure this is nicely together. And then I'm not going to worry about too much of the sides because I will be able to sand them. But I do want to get some of the excess off, because if you have too much, then it's just a lot of sanding, and I just don't like to sand unless I have to. So I'm just going to trim up my pieces here. I feel like if you don't trim the insides of these, it's going to be really hard to sand. So if you have an opening like that and you don't have a tool that you're going to be able to get inside there, just trim it up. Save yourself the aggravation of having to sand in between, because it's just going to be a nightmare. And then I'm just patting and making sure all my clay is nicely against the other clay. How cool that's going to be. And it's definitely a cool pendant. Super happy with that. All right, so now do the same thing with these ones. Put our adhesive on. Okay, so once you get all your pieces blended well together and nicely put on, we're going to place them in the oven. Bake it at 275 because it is Primo clay. And I'm going to bake these for a half hour. And then I'm going to sand them down, and then we'll come back and finish these pieces up. Okay, guys, so I accidentally forgot to hit my record button when I was doing part of this, and my pieces are out of the oven. They cooled off. I sanded them down, and what I ended up doing was I had my paint markers. So I took my orange one, my red, and my yellow. And what I did was I took the orange paint marker and I went around the entire thing. And then I did red like half circles and yellow half circles to really kind of just go with the style. And then I also took and just did little dots on another pair of earrings just to kind of make them a little bit different. And I did the same thing on the necklace or on the pendant. So I painted it orange And then I did the red and the yellow paint markers to kind of just decorate it a bit. Now, when you get to this edge here, you're not going to get your paint marker in there. Just kind of take your marker, dab it on the a piece of paper or something, get some of the ink out of there and or some of the paint out, and then take a paintbrush and you could get into those little tiny crevices, and that's how you'll get into there. So the next step that I am going to show you is I stamped the back of these. So I'm going to show you how I did that. Ooh, my ink is still wet on there. I'm going to show you how I did it on the back of this. So all I do is I take my ink pad. I'm going to press it onto my stamp once again. And then carefully, I will take this, put it into position, and just press down. And then lift straight up. And now you have that cool mark there. So now I'm going to throw these in the oven for just 5 minutes just to seal the ink onto these because I don't want them being able to come off. So let me throw these in the oven for 5 minutes and then we'll come back and finish these up completely. All right, guys, so everything is completely cooled off. I'm loving them. I think they are fantastic. I really love this spiral stamp. I'm super pleased with it. And I think the next time I do it, I'm going to do like greens and blues. And I'm really pleased with it. I can think of a lot of different ideas of what to do with this little stamp. And I'm really pleased with the way that this came out. You know, I have this whole idea in my head that, ooh, maybe we could do like some kind of little African theme and put this in the background. And I don't know, my mind goes all over the place. But anyway, let's finish this up for you guys. We're going to do the earrings. So to do the earrings, I am using the French hooks, or the fish hooks. All you do is you take your pliers, you open it, and you just take it, put it on, and then reclose. Very simple, very easy. And you can, what I love about these is you could really just take these and do them in 2 different directions. So if you want to put them on this way one day or put them on this way one day, you know, you can. But the nice thing about all of it is you have a design on each side. So when you are wearing the earring, it's not a plain back. For my pendant, I am going to get a rose gold chain. I really want to go with the rose gold. I don't know why. I really think that's going to look nice. And unfortunately, I don't have a rose gold chain. So I'm just going to show you how to finish this piece without putting the chain on. So you're going to get your gloss glaze. I love these little pads because not only do I put my raw clay on them to move them easily, I'm able to just put whatever I want on them and they wipe clean. Love them. Anyway, so I'm just going to glaze my pieces front and back and sides, and then I will hang them to dry. Okay, so now I got to think of a way to hang this to dry. So all I'm going to do is take another piece of wire, and actually, you know what? I have one cut right here. And I am just going to take that wire and loop it like that, and it will hold on to, I bought like, let me show you quick. I bought one of these little jewelry hanger things. And it's like just for necklaces. And when I have something wet, I get to hang them on here. So this way I don't have to wait till one side dries and then the next side dries. And it's just, it works out perfect. So I'm just going to put a little piece of wire on so I can hang this as well. So if you have like a little jewelry hanging, I don't even know what you call these things, but if you have something that you can hang jewelry on, they work perfect for when you're glazing and stuff like that. And this way you could get front and back right away, and you don't have to wait for one side to dry to do the next side. So that's a little fun little trick that I do. Make sure you get all your little little areas. This piece is really fun. I really like this. So perfect for spring and summer. I love the colors. I love these little spirals on the back. Just a beautiful, fun piece. Okay, so now I'm going to hang that up. I'm going to wait for everything to dry, and then we'll see what the results are. Okay, guys, so now our pieces are complete, ready to go, and I am super happy and love the way they look. These really are a fun set. I mean, they're different. I have never, created something like this with a geometric look, and I'm really having a lot of fun with these. I think that I'm going to have fun wearing them as well. I mean, if you look at the swirls on one side, and then you have the swirls and the triangles and more circles, and just, I really, really love these. I think these are a lot of fun, and I like the idea of being able to wear this side one day and then wear this side another day, and then the sides came out beautiful as well. I really hope you enjoyed creating these with me. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.